welcome to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Took a time to come up from my mouth. But yeah, welcome back again to another segment of Arsenal news. And yeah, this time, again, just like trying to read on some bits and pieces of news to give you, not breaking news, but just news. And I picked up the Even Standard on my way home. And lo and behold, I see some news in regards to Reiss Nelson. Yes, the youngster who went over to Hoffenheim for a season loan deal out there, did quite well out there. And in the news, and you Even Standard, it does say, and what I'll do, I'll read out the paper version and then we'll get into it. So what he's saying here, which is very, very interesting for me, is that for me, I just want to take things as they come, said Nelson. I went away in Germany and I think I did well, but the main goal for me has always been playing in an Arsenal shirt, week in and week out. The boss told me on Wednesday I would be starting and get mentally ready and prepared. It was a great gesture from the boss and I'm just happy to be back playing in Arsenal colours. Now, this is the most important part for me. I need to be prepared all the time for whenever the call comes up, because I know it's not guaranteed. I'm going to be starting week in and week out with the teammates that I have. He has been with Arsenal since he was 8 years old, and when you are that age, it's like, I won't say it's so much dedication, but you have to stick in it for the long run. That's one thing. The other thing I liked about that was that he realizes that his place is not guaranteed, that there are other players who can easily come in and play in the same spot, if not better than him. So he's saying that he has to play the waiting game. He has to wait for the call to come up. Personally, if it was me, I wouldn't be waiting. I'll be doing my utmost best that I can do to play for Arsenal. That is what I would do personally. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show with the mentality that Unai Emery now is trying to change at Arsenal, because for so many years and so many times we've said on Cannon for TV, the weak mentality that we have at Arsenal has just spread like a disease. And yeah, it's like you don't have a group of players where you can rely on, to game in, game out to perform. But now, slowly and surely, the old rot of a mentality is slowly being removed from Arsenal. So it just highlights, excuse me, what we've always said, that literally there has to be competition for these places. You can't have players just coming in, waltzing and thinking or knowing that their name is already on the team sheet. It can't happen. Well, it's been happening, but it's not any way to build a foundation where you wanting to have positivity. You wanting to have a larger group of players that you can rely on to perform under stress, under strain. Even the notion that they might get injured, that they're still going to go out and perform. A week in and week out, game in and game out. But yeah, again, that just highlights what we've always said, that has to be part of the new makeup, the new regime at Arsenal. And that's why I say we have to give Unai Emery time. We have to give him time. Have to give him time. Right. So let's quickly go into let's say quickly into the chat, and we've got Lumbercam, the best live streams on Cannon 40. I thank you very much. Listen, just on a side note, we always try and give you the best kind of content that we can, content creation, possible. But the caveat is it has to not be too serious. We try not and take ourselves too serious. The news is factual. We don't make up the news. It is something that's happened already. But I do. Thank you very much, Lumbercamp, for those kind words there. Really, really thank you. And also, we've got Richard who says, evening, brother. Reiss Nelson, I think, is on another level compared to Iwobi. And I really hope Nelson has a successful career with us. Yeah, long may it continue. You know, it just, again, I just get the feeling there's a greater pool of players now that we can rely upon. If one player is not playing, they will know soon enough that there's another player that will step into their boots, pardon the pun, and perform to the optimum level. And you know what? It's just a little video that's been doing the rounds on Twitter with Willock, Joe Willock, where he was dispossessed. I can't remember from the Newcastle player, but the player, dispossessed him from the ball. And Willock chased him down, took the ball from him, and you could see, Unai Emery on the sidelines just cheering as if, a goal had been scored. And these are small snippets of what Unai Emery is demanding from his players. The defense has to start from the attack and the midfield, not from the defense or the goalkeeper. It has to start from these players up front. But for me, it was a really good thing to see there. But yeah, getting back to your point, Richard, yeah, I hope he has a successful career, but not to the point where he becomes so complacent that, he's going to have his place guaranteed. We want players, again, knowing that their places are not secure. And Emery will demand, a whole load more from the player there. But yeah, fantastic. And then you go on to say that Mustafi has also been told that he can leave as well, brother. I sent you the link. Yeah, I know. Thank you very much about that. I did say we don't do any transfer news. We will only speak about Mustafi when and if he has actually left the building at Arsenal. But that's the news that Richard is saying there, that he's been told by Unai Emery that he can leave. But yeah. But anyway, just to the main news again. Reiss Nelson. Apparently, he's kind of given us an insight. That really, he's whilst he's happy to play the waiting game, he realizes that there are other players who can perform just as well as he can, if not better. In regards to his performance on Sunday, I think he had an okay game. It wasn't fantastic. There's still more, yet to be done, for the way that he plays there. But I just get the feeling that having those young players around him will give him that, that extra push there. But, absolutely fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Yeah, again, just paraphrasing. I need to be prepared all the time whenever I get the call up, because I know it's not guaranteed. I'm going to be starting week in and week out with the teammates that we have. See? So he knows his spot is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, man. Yeah. All right, guys. Any more comments you want to come up with before I bring this to a halt? If you're watching now or at a later stage, please remember to subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. If you want to, receive all the latest news. And remember, there are 3 segments on Cannon Fodder TV, which is on Monday. There is the fan comments, where I have one guest going through all the comments that you guys religiously put on Cannon Fodder TV. On Wednesday is the Voice of Reason with my brother. Gets all that angst off his chest about the stuff involving Arsenal. And on Friday is the Easy Talk, where we have a small panel of guests, just like having a lot of laughter. Maybe too much laughter, but yeah, that's the Cannon Fodder TV way. All right, just a couple more comments here. Richard's come back with, I thought the older players need to learn a thing or two from the youngsters in terms of showing some fight against the opposition from minute 1 to 90. Yes, that's all we've ever wanted. That's all we've ever wanted. Well, again, you can't have 1 or 2 players. It's a team game. Everyone has to be up for the fight. We can't afford to have luxury players. Everyone, I repeat, has to be up for the fight. But yeah, we've got the first win under our belt. We go onwards and upwards to our first home game of the season, Burnley. I hope to be there, actually. I'm just waiting to hear some news to see whether I'm going to get my ticket or not. But anyone fancies buying me a ticket, just let me know. Put the comments in the box. Yeah, I'll be so grateful. But yeah. Let's see anything else here. Let's have a look. There is a message here from Guna Glenn, who's one of our recent subscribers. Again, go over there and follow his Twitter handle, Guna Glenn. He says, I'm at work, so we'll catch up later. But as always, check it out, Guna. Thank you very much, Guna Glenn. Thank you for spreading the word about Cannon Fodder TV. Right, if there's not any more, let's have a look. There's one more here from, I recognize this person, Andrew from Dar Square. Hi, we desperately needed to introduce the younger players to inject energy and confidence. And again, you know, I know we said it on Sunday, Andrew, in regards to, we highlighted Gabriel Martinelli. When he came onto the pitch, he just injected that energy there. And again, I know you said he was very reminiscent of Ronaldo, but for me, he seemed a little bit more like a Alexis Sanchez, you know, not the sulky Sanchez, the good Sanchez. But yeah. Again, we've got a bigger group now of young players, you know, who are happy and willing enough to fight for the badge. Oh, I don't have the badge. What's the badge? I can't find the badge. But yeah, that's all we've ever wanted, man. You know what I mean? That's all we've ever wanted. A striker can have 8 or 9 quiet minutes, but when that moment comes up, then they will take it, and that's what strikers do. Yeah, of course. But as well, you know, if the opportunity comes for a striker to press and be the first line of defence, then they have to do it. Look at Lacazette. You find him tracking back, trying to intercept the ball, passing the ball, making runs. So, you know, as much as I do, you know, agree with you, Richard, there has to be a whole load bigger picture to a striker's job. That has to be our first line of defence, the strikers there. If not, then the midfield. And then the defence doing their job. Okay, one more from Andrew. Yes, the new signings also lift the whole mentality too. Yeah, and that's what I said, Andrew, from the beginning of this live stream, that you can see, you know, with the Reiss Nelson situation there, a lot of the players, the positions are not guaranteed. And that is something that we've been fighting for, we've been calling for. You know, no player should be happy or content and safe in the knowledge that their name is going to be the first on the team sheet. But that mentality is changing slowly. And you know what? I know, you know, I'm going to probably get firestorm for this, but this is why I'm saying that after 2 seasons, we can't look to get rid of Unai Emery if we don't reach top 4 or we don't secure Champions League. It's so unfair. It would be so unfair. You know, I know, you know, Raul and Binay, they've been very, very tough and, you know, cutthroat. You know, with bringing the players in and getting rid of some of the players, and there's still some more players to be got rid of. But I just think, you know, give this guy time. He has, you know, a lot of stuff to do. The mentality, the players got us in the mess last season because they just went up for the fight in the last remaining games. But you know, that's something that's going to rumble on, you know. And finally, you say, I love Martin. He's such a promising young player. Yeah, I just, no, words fail me, man. I just want to see this guy play literally every single game because, oh, the youth, man. The youth brings, you know, braveness, you know, and yeah, when you get older, a little bit more wiser, you know, you kind of get, do you get a bit fearful? But yeah, the youth, man, just brings, you know, braveness, you know, fighting for the cause, man. And here's another one who I hope will have a long career at Arsenal. And that's, I think that's something to do with Edu, you know, bringing in or having a word. Because Martinelli, if you look at his interview, he does say that he had a few words with Edu. So Edu had a say in bringing those players. And I hope we do see a lot more Central and South American players come through at Arsenal. Okay. got. Oh, sorry, go to this one first. Ryzen 101. Good afternoon, Ryzen 101. Hope you're well, brother. Although playing style is different, he doesn't bring the wingers in to play. He requires them to put in a cross. He wants to be the one who scores, unlike Lacazette, who has more strength with hold-up play. Yeah, they're like Brahim and Reason, aren't they? They're so, even though they're both strikers, they bring different things to their game. You know, I guess you could say Aubameyang is the fox in the box, whereas, as you rightly say, you know, Lacazette, he's the hold-up player who links in the players, and yeah, you know, he's a classic number 9, isn't he? And then we've got Bergkamp. Nelson will have a way more end product than Iwobi because lots of his running is done off the ball, and it's harder to dispose him. Also, Nelson give and go passing will suit our team better. His decision. Oh my goodness, can't get the words out of my mouth. Yeah, I don't like to compare players, you know, but I just wonder, you know, how is Nelson's goal ratio going to be compared to Iwobi? Personally, hand on heart, I think Iwobi really had probably only one good season. That was the first season when he came and played in the first team when Sanchez was there. The link-up play was really good between him and Sanchez. But, you know, it remains to be seen how Reiss Nelson does grasp the opportunity that he's been given there. Right, let's have a look. Making is already superior. Yes. Mm-hmm. And we've got Ray from Arsenal Fan Circle. Good afternoon, Ray. Rode on Burnley. Again, I hope to be there. If anyone can buy me a ticket, just send it in the post and I'll be there. No, I'm only joking. I'm losing signal constantly. May have to watch back later. Very happy with the work the club is doing. Yeah. No worries, Andrew. But anyway, we'll catch up. We're gonna try and get you, or we're gonna do some collaborations at a later stage. Actually, no, pretty soon anyway. Yeah, but we'll talk about that. Lord Bergkamp, and his finishing is already 10 times better than Iwobi, who blasts his shots into Rosette and passes to the corner flag when our strikers are in behind. He takes too long to make decisions. Yeah, I think he's reminded me a little bit like Wally Walker. If you give this guy too much time, he just loses it. His mind works when he doesn't have to think. Just do it. Go direct. Hey, listen, he's already left. He's gone to Everton. We wish him all the best with Wally Walcott. Yeah, enough said on that. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. I forgot to say it last time. Yeah, so it helps us go up the rankings. Does it help us go up the rankings? Can someone tell me? Pressing the like button, does that help us go up the rankings? I thought it's the view count. But anyway, we're not into the analytics and that kind of stuff. God, I've got a terrible cough. Should have got some water. Let's just see. Any more? I think we are done. We're done. No, we're not. Some people just coming in again. We must take care of Burnley. They're on fire too. Won't be easy. Yeah, and people will know that one of my few words that I like to say is that there are no easy games in the Premiership. But you know, you're right. Insofar as we worried about the top teams, all the teams have to worry about Arsenal. Let's play to our strengths. You know, let's forget about the opposition. Let's play to our strengths, which is the attack. So it will be much better. Nelson can shoot as well and doesn't look like a rabbit in the headlights at the end of a run. Lord Bergkamp, you're on fire, man. You're on fire. Please, can every fan give the youth some time to settle? So annoying on Twitter. Oh, Andrew, you don't know. Sometimes we have been thinking of just coming off Twitter because the negativity and the storm that comes onto the players. Got to give them time. We've got to support them. Have to support them as well as the coach. But yeah, please give them time to settle in. Nothing against Robbie. I like him as a person, and it always sucks letting go of homegrown players. Yeah, I saw the picture of him, holding the Everton top. It looked a little bit strange. You can see his facial expression. I don't know. Is he happy? Was he happy to go? Did he know that his days were numbered at Arsenal? I don't know, man. Iwobi was effective. He linked up well with the fullbacks, but maybe Nelson is better in the winger role. He just needs to improve on his decision making. Can already see he is more calm in front of goal. Yeah, he is. Definitely. He definitely more. If you're comparing which one's who's more calmer in front of goal, it's definitely Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson. Okay. Right, guys. I'm going to call it quits. And like my mentor always says, leave them wanting more. So I'm going to leave you guys wanting more. I'm going to also say, thank you to everyone who came through, who passed by to watch Cannon for TV. And like I always say, there can never ever be a Cannon for TV if we don't have you guys. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know where you live. Yeah, so without the viewers, the subscribers, and everybody following us on Twitter, there can never ever be a Cannon for TV. And if you've been wondering who or what you've been watching, you have been watching Cannon Fodder. The channel, my left hand, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Breaking news.